What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, it has been confirmed by Showtime President of Sports, Steven Espinosa, that legendary 5-division world champion, retired iconic Hall of Fame superstar boxer, former pound-for-pound king, pay-per-view king, the man known as Money, Floyd Mayweather Jr., who retired 50 wins, no losses, no draw, 27 wins by way of knockout. He has beaten more world champions, 23, than anybody in the history of sport of boxing, and he did it in a short period of time. With that said, Steven Espinosa confirms that Floyd Mayweather has reached out and is inquiring about a comeback fight on pay-per-view in December. Okay? And that the rumors and the reports and the rumblings that we can possibly see Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia on the undercard, he didn't confirm that, but he definitely confirmed that Floyd Mayweather is looking to come back in December. We know that we were supposed to get the welterweight undisputed showdown rematch that took place July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, between Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Bud Crawford. We're supposed to get the rematch in December. But now it's looking like the rematch can be pushed back. As I told you guys, Showtime execs at the top, they're not interested in putting on this big fight. They're not interested because they don't believe that they're going to get a return on their investment in an immediate rematch. Steven Espinosa is on record saying that he didn't believe that Errol Spence being in such a tough fight that he was in, the rematch wouldn't take place to the end of 2024. Okay. But now, and he did state it could possibly take place at best early 2024, but it wasn't going to take place in December. And so now we're getting information that Errol Spence activated his rematch clause. He was well in his right. He had 30 working business days to activate the rematch clause, and it's being reported that he did obviously activate the rematch clause. And Terrence Crawford is contractually obligated to give Errol Spence the rematch, but he's going to receive a bigger share of the pie. He's going to receive, the opportunity to choose what weight class the fight takes place in, the rematch takes place in. And a few things here to note is that Floyd Mayweather stated that he didn't want this rematch at all, not yet. And he says that Errol Spence should not be fighting at 147, not even at 160, but Errol Spence should be fighting at 168, right? So he stated that Errol Spence should actually be fighting at 168. I wouldn't even allow him to fight at 154. Errol Spence wants the rematch at 154, okay? Errol Spence wants the rematch to take place at 154 pounds, and he wanted it to take place at 154 pounds in December, okay? But clearly that's not going to happen. And so Errol Spence apparently is going to get what he was looking for, which is that he's going to get the opportunity, to fight at 154 pounds. Floyd Mayweather, his presence could have possibly pushed the fight back, because he wants this fight. He wants to have a comeback fight. Showtime is seemingly going through changes again on the inside that are going to see Showtime possibly be out the sport of boxing by 2025. This is the last year of 2024 is being reported. So Floyd Mayweather is looking to grace Showtime with his pay-per-view presence. As Steven Espinosa said, if Floyd Mayweather wants to come back, he definitely won't turn Floyd Mayweather down, is what Steven Espinosa said. He said, if he wants to come back, I'm not going to turn him down. I'm not going to turn him away. So the question is, Is Floyd Mayweather? First of all, he said that Floyd Mayweather said, "Listen, I don't think the fight should take place immediately, and if it does, the rematch it needs to take place at a higher weight." Floyd Mayweather coming back in December automatically pushes the fight back because that's a major pay-per-view card. Floyd Mayweather, whether he's in a exhibition bout or a real bout, Floyd Mayweather commands a lot of attention. If he's going to be on Showtime pay-per-view, there's no way they can put on Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. So is Floyd Mayweather purposely coming back to push that fight back? To give Errol Spence more time? Errol Spence wants to have the fight ASAP. Errol Spence is not in the business of waiting. Errol Spence is not in the business of prolonging it. Errol Spence wants his get back. The only thing Errol Spence has asked for is for the fight to take place at 154. That's seemingly all Errol Spence is asking for. He wants the fight to take place at 154. And Terrence Crawford initially stated, yeah, Errol Spence activated the rematch clause, but he never, requested that the fight take place at 154. He never said anything. So Terrence Crawford said, well, the fact that he didn't request that it take place at 147 or 154, and I didn't request it, the fight automatically has to be at 147. And many people got seriously upset with Terrence Crawford, and Terrence Crawford said that's just the wording in the contract. He didn't request it to be at 154. Now, maybe Errol Spence and his team thought it was automatic that it should take place at 154. Maybe they thought it was automatic that it was going to take place at 154. But apparently, it's going to take place at 154. And again, Errol Spence is pushing to have this rematch. And like I told you, Showtime doesn't want it. So did Floyd Mayweather convince Terrence Crawford and Showtime, listen, to push it back? It needs to take place at a higher weight class for the benefit of Errol Spence and his health. Showtime, Floyd Mayweather didn't just wake up and volunteer to come back to Showtime on Showtime pay-per-view. I'm certain, because Floyd Mayweather is making tons of money doing these exhibition bouts on multiple different platforms. So he's not hard pressed to have the fight on Showtime. What's the reasoning for Floyd Mayweather getting up and saying, I want to have another pay-per-view event on Showtime? That's possibly to help. These are last-ditch efforts to try to salvage Showtime to stay in the sport of boxing. Right? And Floyd Mayweather is a big event. So you have a few big events, massive events, then it helps, try and convince the executives at the top to stay in the sport of boxing. And him coming back in December also pushes back Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford rematch indirectly. So it helps Steven Espinosa and Showtime to regain traction to try to get to convince the Showtime execs that they should stay in the sport of boxing. Floyd Mayweather do a big fight. You put Floyd Mayweather, Keith Thurman, and Danny Garcia on the same card, and Carmel Moulton, it's going to gain a lot of attention, a lot of traction, a lot of momentum, and it'll possibly do 1 million pay-per-views. Right? So with that said, depending upon who Floyd Mayweather also fights, it was being said that he could be facing off against Jean Pascal, former light heavyweight title contender, world champion. So again, it helps Showtime not have to put on this fight immediately. With it occupies the schedule. It occupies the schedule so that it pushes the Errol Spence Terrence Crawford rematch back. That's what it does. It occupies the schedule, and it gives them wiggle room. It gives them time to, push that fight back. Now we're hearing that it could be in February. I'm hearing it could be in March now. Again, they're delaying it as much as possible. Again, like I told you guys, Showtime doesn't have much interest in making that rematch. Not immediately. They just don't. And so there's big fights that they want to make, and this is not one of them, because the way the fight played out itself, and then doing 650,000 pay-per-view buys, and Terrence Crawford dominating it and being one-sided performance and non-competitive, it was exciting, but it wasn't competitive. And how do you sell this to the fans? It's hard pressed. So Floyd Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather's coming to, help salvage Showtime and possibly keep them in the business. And Steven Espinosa said, yeah, they had a whole conversation with Floyd Mayweather. He did contact them to make a fight. I believe that they contacted him. He said, listen, we won't turn Floyd Mayweather away, won't turn him down. And now it's being confirmed that Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford will be at 154. And they're going to push the fight back. So let's see how this all unfolds and plays out, man, moving forward. But interesting December. Very interesting December. We heard that Showtime is going to be out the business, and we heard that PBC can be going to Amazon Prime. So let's see how this unfolds. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. That's all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.